learn from a book called Moments. You have a lot to learn from the book called Moments, and the only stories, basically stories that we have to learn. Okay, and yes, Angel, thank you very much. Basically, stories, short stories by famous writers, and we'll be learning The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. Okay, The Lost Child. I hope all of you can see me. Pin my face onto your laptop screen as well as your mobile screens. Okay, so pin my account so that you can see me, and when I am going to present, because I'll be presenting a lot. So when I present, start to present, then you can watch it properly. So let's start. Okay. So we are going to learn today. We are going to learn the lesson called "The Lost Child" by Mulk Raj Anand, one of the pioneers in Indian English literature. Okay. Uh, he was he was an exponent of freedom struggle in India. Yes, Mulk Raj Anand. Okay. He's basically from Punjab, the Punjab on the Pakistan side. And one second, let me close the door. Okay, welcome.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So it's Mulk Raj Anand. He's basically from the Pakistan side of Punjab, and there is two Punjabs, right? There is one in Punjab, and there is there in India. So he came to India during partition, and he lived in India. And after he died, yes, he died in on 28th of September 2004. That is 28th of September 2004. He died at the age of 98, 2 years before his century. So what to do? That is life. Okay, he was about to complete his century. Then at the age of 98, he died. So he was born on 12th December 1905. That was in Peshawar. Okay. Hmm? Peshawar is a part of Pakistan right now. Okay, he was born there in Peshawar. Then he settled in Maharashtra, Pune.
Sam,
Yes, Jansi.
Sam, would you please say once more?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Ben, what do you want to listen? The date of his death or his date of his birth?
Sir, I didn't hear anything. It was breaking.
Okay, it was breaking. No problem. I will repeat it. No problem. He was born on the 12th of December 1905 and he died on 28th of September 2004. Okay, so these two dates. I don't have to remember all this. I am just giving you an outline of Mulk Raj Anand, how he was and when he wrote his novels and all. So he started writing because he had a schooling in London, in Britain, by the way. And after completing his schools in Amritsar, he went to Britain to pursue his higher studies. And reaching over there, he was soon he got into contact with Bloomsbury Group, which gave him an idea to write. And he started writing from their short stories, basically short stories. And he usually used to write about the untouchability and the poor caste system and all these things that was prevalent in of uh, that time of the period. Okay, so in those times there was a lot of untouchability in India. Okay, untouchability was practiced throughout in India, and this was one thing. The caste system, inside the caste system itself, different type of people who lived in the society. They were separated according to their status. So these all things were prevalent in those times in India, and he used to write about this basically. Okay, most of this was there in his. Uh, yes, I have given in the classroom. Okay, you can download it from there. Google Classroom. You can download it from there. Okay, the text it will be. You can find it in Google Classroom. The Lost Child is basically about a child, the interest or the curiosity of a child. Okay, how a child behaves when he loses something. Okay, so we'll go into this lesson, and I'll be presenting a lot, and also I'll be presenting the lesson as well as uh, some photos that is relating to certain words and all. So these things will I'll be presenting. Okay. So let's dive into it, dive into the lesson as fast as we can. Okay, so that we don't have to waste time. Child goes to a fair and with his parents. You know what a fair is, right? Huh? FAIR it is. You know, I think you all know. Not the beauty, but the fair. Yes, where Mela or what we say in Malayalam over here, Ulsavam. Okay. Huh? The child goes to an Ulsavam, and what happens to the child is all the things. So here it is. This is the lesson, The Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. I think you all are able to see it. So it's about the lost child. We are all interested towards new things. We like to explore new things. And this story also, this boy, a child, he is interested in new things. He, along with his father and mother, goes to visit the fair that has come to their village, and it was the festival of spring season it is. So they go to the village fair, and what happens, and what all things he sees over there, and what all things he gets over there. These are the things. These all things make up the story of the Lost Child by Mulk Raj Anand. Okay, it's a really a beautiful picture that he draws up. Mulk Raj Anand, short story, tries to build up a beautiful picture of how a child enjoys the new things in his life. Everything is new for a child, right? Huh? He's experiencing new things. And have you seen children? Their interest or their attention span is very less. Their concentration, they don't concentrate on one thing. Their concentration keeps on skipping from one thing to the other. Have you ever noticed? Do you have small children in your houses? Hmm? Smaller than like one first standard or below KG kindergartens. Those children, if you notice, their concentration will not stick on to one thing itself. It will keep on. Yes, my son. Yes, it will keep on skipping from one place to the other. Okay, they are always curious. They are all like cats. The cats doesn't concentrate on certain things. Small cats, kittens. If you notice kittens, you will see that they will not concentrate on one thing. It will keep on skipping and skipping and skipping. Okay. So in this story, this child, his concentration doesn't skip on to one thing. It keeps on skipping. He's going outside after a long time. He's meeting a lot of people. So yeah, it's the Lost Child starts like this. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Here I have already underlined gaily clad humanity. So, what is meant by a gaily clad humanity? He's trying to, the author is trying to show us certain thing. He's trying to show us a picture through words. A lot of people. There is a lot of people on the narrow lane and alleys. It's a small village. and all of them were flocking towards the fair. Okay, and there were several people. There were several people on the streets, and they all were dressed in different colors. They looked like something like you see in a Bollywood movie or something like that. Okay, because Bollywood movies are colorful. Not only Bollywood movies, Indian movies basically are colorful. Songs and the scenes, they try to make it vibrant. Over here too, most people, I'll just show you a picture of picture also. Okay, and then you will come to understand what it is. Okay, so here it is, the picture of a gaily clad humanity. We can just say if it is so or not, but then it's a somewhat near picture of a gaily clad humanity. Okay, so I'll press it again, then you will understand it, and I'll read it. Go on reading it, and I'll be showing you pictures also. Okay, so this people, you're all able to see it right now, right, on your screens. Different colored dresses. They were wearing different colored dresses, and they all were enjoying. They were all happy. They were really happy to go to the fair because it's the time of it is the time of that it's that time of the year when people enjoy themselves. Springtime it is after a span of drought and everything. They were having their life was coming back. Okay, during spring, and people were also really happy by this. So this gaily clad humanity, they were all flocking towards the fair. All these people emerged from different parts of the village. Okay, so these were the gaily clad humanity. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in a bamboo and bullock carts. So it was an old period. Okay, it was not like today. They didn't have any automobiles or anything like that. So people used to ride on animals and carts driven by animals at that time. Okay, it was long, long back. And one little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. Brimming over. What is meant by brimming over? Have you seen a glass filled with water? When you fill the glass, you will try to fill it till the edge of the glass. Okay, so this is brimming over. Can you see this? Brimming over. Okay, a glass is filled to the top, and the water is about to spill over from the edge of the glass. This is called brim, the brim of the glass. The water is to the brim of the glass. And if the water overflows from outside the glass, we call it brimming over. So it is like you are full of happiness. The boy, he was running between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. He was really happy. He was full of happiness. He was full of happiness. That is what the author wants to tell us. In order to show how happy he was, he's using the word brimming over. Okay. He was spilling. His joy was spilling outside. It was evident on his face. Okay. Come, child, come, called his parents as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. So several things before they reached the fair itself. You have been to all the this Palli Perunnal and all, right? You have gone to this St. Thomas Palli Perunnal and all. So you might have seen over there before you reach the original place where the festival is happening. You will find lots and lots of stalls and shops lined up or ready with things being sold from him, right? So like this itself, before they reached the fair itself, there were several shops open so that they can get the customers beforehand itself, before they reached the fair. Come, child, come. All his parents as he lagged behind. So he was getting fascinated by all these shops. They were all things were all new to him. Okay. He was fascinated by the toys in the shops that lined the way. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old, cold stare of refusal in their eyes. There was a cold and old stare of refusal in their eyes. Whatever he said, they were about to refuse it. The parents were about to refuse it. It was so in the old times, right? They never heard their children what their children said. Okay, they thought that children were not capable enough to decide upon themselves. Okay, they cannot decide for themselves because they are not capable enough to think for themselves. So they thought that it's better that they will think for them. So whatever they say, I want that toy or I want this thing or I want that thing, they were ready to refuse it because it's not necessary for them. Hmm? Okay. So here it is like this. I want that toy, he pleaded. His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar tyrant's way. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender and giving him her finger to hold, said, look, child, what is before you? So his father, he was just like a tyrant. Okay, who's a tyrant, by the way? Who's the Abel? Still I'm breaking. Please, you'll have to have a good connection. Then only if you can stand in a place where there is a good connection, then I won't break much. Okay, it's because of the connection that my voice is breaking. And if I speak very slow, then also it will break. Okay, so it was the father was just like a tyrant. What you say, a tyrant is a swechadipati എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്നത്. Dictator, a person whose tyranny will bring fear into the minds of small children. His father looked at him red-eyed. The boy wanted a toy from the stall that just passed by, but his father was not willing to give him anything. Okay. His father looked at him, a very bad father. Yes. In the old days, that is what I said. Okay, in the old days, parents, the point of view of parent was totally different from the parents that you find now. Okay. The old days, they thought that uh, if you are giving a lot of attention towards your children, it will spoil them. Okay, that was the thought of old parents. The same way, this parent also thought that buying things, buying unwanted things for his son will make him a dull boy. So he said his father looked at him red-eyed. Red-eyed means with a lot of anger in his familiar tyrant's way. Usually, he used to do that to the child. Okay, he always used to do that to the child. His mother melted by the free spirit of the day because his mother was in a good mood because she's going to visit a fair. Okay. And Edwin and Sumit, all of you, please keep it a little bit low and listen to the lesson. Okay. His mother, she was in a good mood because she is going to the fair. She's also going to enjoy. She's also been working in the household for a long time. She was not out of the house for a long time, and this was a situation or an environment where she could always get out of the house and enjoy the things that is happening outside the house. She could meet certain people, sometimes her friends, Okay, so it was a good day, and she was very was in a good mood. So she didn't scold the child. She gave the child her finger to hold on and said, "Look, child, what is before you? See, there is more things for you to see. Not only the toys, there are several other things that is in front of you. Why don't you look the friend and walk with us?" It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles of even land. So this story is happening in Punjab, and Punjab's the main crop was mustard at that time. Punjab usually used to have different types of crops. That is seasonal crops there. Okay. So mustard. What is a mustard? Can anyone tell me what a mustard is?
Kadugu.
Kadugu. Okay, Jemo. That was good. Kadugu. Okay. Mustard is kadugu. Yes. Kadugu mani, you know? Okay. So when usually mustard seed or mustard field flowers, the flower of a mustard plant is yellow in color. Okay. And I'll show you that. Okay. Mustard field, how it looks like. Okay. Hope you can see this. If you're seeing this, please respond. Okay, guys.
Okay, sir.
Huh? Okay. Can you see this mustard field? Yeah. This is a mustard field. Okay. So it's beautiful when the mustard field
Sir,
blooms.
can't hear.
Can't hear or can't see. Can't hear or can't
Sorry,
see.
can't see, sir.
So
Can't
can't
see. Okay. Can't see. Okay. Just okay. One second. One second. One second. One second. One second. One second. Now, can you see? Cannot see. No problem. No problem. No problem. No problem. Yes, I'll present. Wait, 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 wait. Wait. Wait, I'm presenting. I'm presenting. Wait. Here. You will be able to see right now. Okay? Now can you see? One second, one second. It will come. One second. Yes, now you will be able to see it.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
This is a mustard.
Yes, sir.
This is a mustard. Okay. Beautiful mustard field. When it blooms, it is really beautiful because it's filled with all yellow flowers. And these yellow flowers will give way for the mustard seeds. Okay. And for long in Punjab, basically they are all agriculture people who do agriculture. Even if they are very rich people, you will find land upon land having fields like these. Flat, it is plateau. It is okay. It's not a hilly area, Punjab. So you will find very fields which goes for long and long. Okay, for a long distance, you will not find anything else. So people with acres and acres of lands are there. They cultivate in them. They're all agriculturists. So this mustard field, okay, it was bloom in full bloom at that time, and this is what the mother showed them, showed him. Okay, he told the boy. She told the boy to look into the front and see what is in front of him, not to the things that were behind him. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm presenting. Don't worry. It is coming. Okay. So it was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold, as it swept across miles and miles of even land. It was just like a plateau, even land it was, not a hilly area. So it was Kanatata Duram in the just like that. Where the eye cannot reach, till there it was the mustard plant was filled and it was in full bloom. So it was just like a carpet of yellow flowers. Okay. A group of dragonflies were bustling about on their gaudy purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers. All these mustard field was full bloom, and there were lots and lots of insects and flies flying around. Among them was certain dragonflies. What's a dragonfly, by the way? Can anyone tell me?
Tumbi.
Tumbi. Yes, Tumbi. Tumbi it is. Yes, dragonfly is Tumbi. I'll show you that also if you want. Okay, dragonfly. Because nowadays we are not able to see a dragonfly, and if there is a lot of dragonflies around, it's very good. It is say, okay, if there is a lot of dragonflies, it is said that there won't be any mosquitoes nearby. That is what they say. They eat mosquitoes, dragonflies. So I'll show you the dragonfly. Okay, that is Tumbi. This is how a Tumbi is. Is it there? I know. Very good. Okay, these are called dragonflies. There are different types of dragonflies. Okay, small ones and big ones. And it's the big ones that were flying around in the mustard field. Tartan. What is it? Tartan. Tartan. Tartan.
Tatan. Tatan.
Tartan. Tartan. Okay. Okay. So it's a good thing that I can learn Tamil also. I'll teach you English, teach me Tamil back. Okay. What is it? Kanakadas, is it Tartan? What it is?
Sir, its name is Tatan.
Tatan. Okay. Tatan. Okay. Uh, it's like, what's the lava of Tumbi? Dragonfly. What's the lava of a dragonfly? Does anyone know?
Kuriana?
Yes, it is. Very good, Ramya. Puriana it is. Yes, Achu.
Sir, what is that meaning?
Puriana is the thing that we find near to our houses. They make a well-like thing. Baby of 11. No, 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 no. No, no. It lives in a hole. Okay, because it's a trick when small insects like ant or anything smaller than ant comes over there, it will fall into this pit. It lives inside a pit. Okay, it will make a pit and then it will live inside it. And what happens is when the ant or something small insects walk over it, they will fall into this pit and they won't be able to climb up because of the shape of the pit, sand pit usually. Okay, and when they try to climb it, they will keep on falling back. And this Kuriana or this small one or the lava of this dragonfly, they will eat that up. That is how they live. And then after that, after some times, this Kuriana changes into a dragonfly. Okay. Hmm?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So this is a dragonfly. So this boy was fascinated with the dragonflies. Okay. And the dragonfly was flying around and taking in the nectar of the flowers that were in full bloom. Okay. So this boy was really fascinated by this scene. Again, his attention was changing from one place to the other. It was a flowering mustard field in front of him, and a group of dragonflies. They were bustling around. They were flying around on their gaudy purple wings, intercepting the flight of a lone black bee or butterfly in search of sweetness from the flowers, nectar. Okay, തേനിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് അതിന്റെ പിന്നാലെ ഇങ്ങനെ പറന്ന് നടക്കുക. The child followed them in the air with his gaze till one of them would still its wings and rest, and he would try to catch it, but it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air. When he had almost caught it in his hands, Then his mother gave a cautionary call. Come, child, come. Come on to the footpath. So he was not given any freedom at all because he was a child. His attention was jumping from one place to the other. Once it was the toys that were being sold in the stall over there, and then his attention came back to the mustard field where a lot of dragonflies were flying around, and butterflies and bees also were there. And he was fascinated by the dragonfly, and he will look at the dragonfly. He followed the dragonflies with his gaze. Okay, he didn't run behind them. He followed them with his gaze. What is meant by gaze? His eyes. He followed them with his eyes. And then it will settle on some flower in order to take in the sweetness or the nectar from the flower. And then suddenly the child will try to pounce upon it so that he can catch the dragonfly. But the dragonfly was smarter than the child, and it will fly away before he could reach it. Okay, so this was really happening. He was really enjoying the situation. It was his day. He was outside and he was a little bit free. But again, the sudden cautionary call of his mother came. Come, child, come. Come onto the footpath. Don't wander off. He ran towards his parents gaily. He was happy and walked abreast of them. Suddenly, he started running and he was in front of them. He was in front of his parents. And for some time, okay, for some time only, he ran towards his parents gaily and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind. Again, he will be left behind. Why? He will be attracted by the little insects and worms along the footpath that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. Again, his concentration was going to somewhere else. His concentration was going to the insects and the worms, all these things that were coming out of that were teeming out from their hiding places to enjoy the sunshine. It was a very beautiful day. Okay, so all these insects and these flies and everything, they have all come out of their hiding places to enjoy the sun. Okay, even the people, they were coming out of their houses to enjoy the sun. It was the festival of spring, not only for the human beings, it was also the same for the animal kingdom too. Everything was coming out of their hiding places, full of life. It was full of life. What is teeming out? What is meant by teeming? Teeming. What is meant by that? Yes. Another picture that I'm going to show you is of teeming out. It's a team of what do you say? Fishes, which you'll see. Okay. I'll just present it once again. Grouping. Yes. This is called teaming. All together. Together. It means together. They were coming out together. Okay. Teaming out. Brimming over. Teaming out. Certain words that you have to keep in mind. Okay. Teaming out. It's a school of fish. You know that, right? A flock of sheep. Just like that, there's a usage called the flock of sheep. Just like that, it's regarding fishes. We call it school. Okay, school of fishes. Okay, so teaming out. It's a crazy language, English. Okay, so they were teaming out, and these insects were teeming out of their hiding places, and they were trying to enjoy the They were trying to enjoy the sunshine. Okay, because it was a very pleasant occasion. Come, child, come. His parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. So the child, he was again lagging behind. He was again his concentration was going somewhere else. He was not with his parents. By the time he was looking at the insects that were teeming out of their hiding places, his parents had already settled under a grove. What is meant by a grove? Grove. Shade of a grove. Here it is a banyan tree, under the shade of a banyan tree. It is. Okay, grove means a what do you say, a collection of trees is called a grove. Okay, so it was a banyan grove, and they had settled themselves under one of the banyan tree. They were sitting under the shade of a banyan tree because they had been walking for a long time, and they were taking a little bit of rest. So they had perched themselves under the shade of a grove, and from there, his mother, the child's mother, again calls the child, "Come, child, come." His parents called from the shade of a grove where they had seated themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. We'll stop over here, and we'll continue in the next class. Okay? It's already 1:55. Yes. Elsa, I read your minds. Okay. And then we will know about what the child sees again after reaching the fair. Okay. Tomorrow we'll continue the class. And tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you very much, all of you. Have a nice day. And thank you very much, all of you. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Keep learning.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir.
Bye.
You, sir.
Bye. Bye, all of you. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Sajan.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Abdul.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. Take care, all of you. Take care.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye. Take care. Bye.